The 12 Tables, established around 451 BCE, were the first written laws of Rome, designed to bring fairness and transparency to Roman justice. These laws laid out clear rules on family rights, property, debt, and even criminal justice, setting principles that are still part of our modern legal systems. Today, we'll dive into some of the most fascinating laws of the 12 Tables and see how they influence the rights we often take for granted today. Let's start with court and trial procedures, found in Tables 1 and 2. These laws guaranteed that if someone was summoned to court, they had to appear, no exceptions. If they failed to show up, the plaintiff could force them to attend, ensuring everyone was accountable. And here's something else. The laws required specific timelines with strict rules around trial dates and adjournments. This structure meant that people could trust the legal process would move forward fairly, a concept we see today in our own rights to a fair and timely trial. Next, the rules on debt and repayment, found in Table 3, were famously severe. In ancient Rome, if you couldn't pay your debt, creditors had the right to seize you and, after a period, sell you into slavery to recover their losses. It's harsh, but these laws emphasize the importance of financial responsibility and paying back what you owed. Today, while the consequences for debt are far less extreme, our laws still emphasize the need to meet financial obligations. Table 4 is all about family law, specifically the authority of the family's patriarch or paterfamilias. Fathers in ancient Rome had nearly absolute control over their families, including over children's lives. Fathers could even decide life or death matters for newborns and had rights to disown or sell children if necessary. While it's hard to imagine today, these laws reinforce the family's central role in Roman life. Over time, many aspects of family law evolved to protect individual rights, a concept that grew from the family-centered laws of ancient Rome. Inheritance laws in Table 5 gave clear rules for property after someone's death. If a father died without a will, his nearest male relatives would inherit his estate, protecting family wealth and lineage. And for women or children who couldn't legally manage property, guardianship rules provided oversight. These laws laid the groundwork for today's inheritance laws, ensuring that assets are distributed fairly, even when someone passes away without a will. In Table 6, we find rules about ownership and contracts. This table emphasized that property and contracts were binding. If two people claimed the same item, both had to appear in court and present their cases. It also established rules for selling property and entering agreements, creating a system that people could trust. Even today, contracts are binding, with laws to protect property rights and ensure fairness in business dealings. Table 8 deals with torts and personal injury, which included a version of an eye for an eye. If you injured someone, you'd face either physical punishment or financial compensation, depending on the injury's severity. For example, if you broke someone's bone, you might pay a fine or face a similar punishment. This concept of accountability for harm is echoed in modern laws, where those who cause injury must often pay damages or face legal consequences. Table 9 introduced protections against abuse of power, prohibiting bribery and ensuring that no judgments could be passed without evidence. This was an early statement of legal integrity, reminding officials that justice required fairness. It's a concept we see today in laws that protect against corruption and demand evidence for any criminal conviction. Table 10 set rules for funerals and sacred rites. Extravagant funerals were discouraged, keeping things simple to prevent displays of excessive wealth. This table even regulated mourning practices to maintain public order, showing how law governed both public life and personal moments. The last two tables covered a mix of laws, including rules on marriage and contracts. One notable rule, intermarriage between classes, such as patricians and plebeians, was forbidden, reinforcing the social divide. Later, such restrictions lifted, But these laws underscored Rome's class divisions, which influenced early legal systems and social hierarchies.